Well, welcome back to What She Said. Joining us now are three entrepreneurs who definitely work hard for the money, and they are the powerhouses behind the Symes, a new 9,700 square foot event venue that has transformed the historic 150 Symes Road site in Toronto. Welcome, Viviana Cohon, Namita Tandon-Walsh, and Katie Yu to What She Said.
Thank you.
So this is so exciting.
It is.
It is.
Yes.
Okay, so it was born in the Art Deco era, the space. It's been restored and restyled now for its 21st century renaissance as a new, unique event space. And the three of you come from, 20 years of diverse experience in event planning, TV production, hotel management, and real estate. How did the idea first come about?
Well, I'll let Viv talk about that. It started with some shoes.
Shoes. We
Yes.
started with Prosecco.
Well, you gotta find what unites you.
Yes, I know.
So Namita and I had an event planning company, and we had a long-term dream of opening our own venue to have people come to us instead of us going to them. And lo and behold, I was on Facebook in one of those swap and sale sites, and I found these amazing blue shoes that a lady was selling. So I contacted her, and it was Katie. So we met for coffee and shoe exchange, and we started talking about what we were doing, and I told her about our hopes and dreams, and lo and behold, here we are. A year later, we were
2 years later.
2 years later, we're opening the venue, but a year later, we were
Working
getting
together.
the venue.
So, Katie, were you selling real estate?
I'm an angel investor. I'm a real estate investor. I've been doing this for over a decade. As one of my last roles, I was working, doing a position for a brewery, doing events, and it was a little bit new to me. And so when I met with Viviana, I saw that she had been doing events for a while, and I really just wanted to pick her brain and meet with her, obviously, to sell her the shoes as well.
A deal's a deal.
Exactly. And we met, and we really actually hit it off. And then a few months later, this opportunity came up, and I immediately thought of these two girls and thought, is there an opportunity for us to work together?
Okay, so what about 150 Symes Road, which was once the site of an incinerator and a waste transfer station, attracted you both, all of you, so that you fell in love with the site?
Well, I would say Viv and I, we've been working a lot together in different sites and places, and we like that look of that brick and old industrial round bit, those beautiful round windows. And we fell in love with them as soon as we walked in. I didn't show it much. These two were jumping up and down.
She's the
measured.
quiet, measured one, and we were
And
like,
I didn't, I'm like, it's big. But once I saw it, there was like no turning back. It's just like, yeah, we have to do this. This is something we have to do.
So, from event planning to restoration, or investing and event planning and restoration, quite a big jump. Were you managing the project, or?
Mostly, I would say Katie was managing the project. Viv and I were giving our input on how it would be from the event management point of view, what we need in the space to make it best for events.
Right.
So we had a vision from a guest point of view, and Katie had a vision from contractor's point of view.
And one of that vision that I thought was brilliant is you've made it so that trucks and deliveries can drive right into the space.
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely. I mean, these two girls are 100% detail-oriented, which is why we are the perfect team. Not that hasn't had its struggles, of course, but from an event management point of view, I could not have dreamed of the kind of advice that we would be like that they're giving, from things like the loading docks and how people are going to be moving in the space and what makes the most sense. And I think that's what makes us a really great team and a really unique venue, because we've really put a lot of thought into how the space is going to work best for everybody.
So how many rooms are there in the space?
We have two. We
Right.
have the lower level room called Grand Symes that can accommodate up to 400 people for a sit-down dinner. And we have the upper room called the Scarlet Room because it's one of our streets is Glen Scarlett Road, and that one can fit about 270 for a nice dinner.
What's the reaction been so far? Because there must be an insider reaction from people who are in the development or event planning world.
Everybody's super excited about it. We've had a lot of interest. People have been coming through. We haven't been advertising a lot because we want it to be ready. But the reaction has been very, very positive. We've had a lot of calls in the last little while when we actually opened the doors, and it's hectic.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's hectic. It's great.
So let me ask you, as event planners, are there a lack of spaces in Toronto? Because Toronto's a big city, lots going on, lots of companies that are planning events. So I would think that would be an issue.
I don't think there's a lack of space. It's lack of certain size of space. And also character. We don't have as many historical buildings as we would like for a city this size. So our building has a lot of character. And
It's all
that is-
character.
It's all character. So it's those kind of buildings which are up and coming right now, and people want that. They want a little bit of history. They want a little bit of industrial look. So
They want something different.
they want something different. They want something different.
Okay, and you're not limited in what you can do, because what kind of events can you hold? I mean, everyone thinks of weddings.
Of course, we can do corporate events where we're presenting cars. We can do
Because you can drive right in.
we can drive right in.
Perfect.
Yeah. Actually, one of the things that Viv was very adamant about was that a boat could fit into our loading dock, which caused our architect and everybody else quite a bit of grief. But it was something that we were very specific about, is that we could be as expansive as we could.
Okay, so
Yeah.
corporate events,
Yeah,
weddings.
fundraisers. We would love to have some fashion shows in there.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be fun. You name it. We have a lot of bar mitzvahs coming up.
Yeah.
What about film productions?
Absolutely, yes.
Is it a space that lends itself to that kind of?
Yes, we have a client, I can't name names, but we have a client that's building a soccer field inside. We are open to do
soccer
any kind of
field.
production in
Soccer
there.
field, ice rink.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Well, you can't do that in most places.
Exactly. No, we want to be the venue that says yes.
To everything.
To everything.
Everything.
Is there anything you can't do there?
Well, depends if
Planes?
Planes?
maybe planes we cannot put in there, but I think
And
pretty
nothing
much
illegal,
everything else.
please.
Pardon?
Nothing illegal.
But you have an official heritage designation as
We do.
well.
Yeah. We do.
So it's very important to you to be in keeping with your own philosophy as well as the heritage of the building.
Yes, and actually we try to keep as much original from the building as we could. It pained us every time we had to build
Cover
a new
something.
wall or cover something. So we try to leave everything as open and exposed as possible as to preserve the building.
And each room's got its own fully licensed bar, staff, kitchen area, private lounges, accessible entrances, and bathrooms.
Absolutely.
So everything
yes.
is covered.
We try to think of everything.
That's fabulous. So how do people find you? How do they get in touch with you?
Our website is thesymes.ca, and then we're on social media as the Symes CA.
So Symes, Symes, for
Yes.
anybody listening. Yep.
Yes, the Symes.
The Symes. So how far ahead are you booked? This is probably a good time for people to jump in if they have an event.
We booked into next year.
Yes.
Late
Yes.
next year already.
Late next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
But there's still dates available, so
Yeah?
don't be shy.
Are you open 7 days a week?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
For events. So now that this one is up and running and already booked, what's next?
We are thinking about it. We don't know.
I think the opportunity comes, as they come. And I think that we would be definitely open to another building that has a lot of character. I think that's something that we're really passionate about, is not just finding a generic space. It's just something that has a lot of character that fits in with our philosophy of being able to create really memorable special events for people.
Well, I mean, it's fabulous that the three of you, found each other over shoes. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Prosecco shoes. Now we're just waiting for the chocolate.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. That's absolutely wonderful. And we can't wait to hear about your next project. Would it be another venue?
Who knows? We'll see. Sometimes the project finds you. Sometimes you find a project. We have a few, ideas that we're percolating, but we need to get this guy up and running first.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
so
for
much
having us.
Thank you.
This is what she said. We'll be right back.